Alright guys and girls, welcome to another episode of Astral Auto Repairs. Can you dig it? Alright, check it out. Today is part 3 of this 2005 Chevy Impala, the ABS to non-ABS conversion. Why? For safety reasons. So let's get right to it and get back to doing what we do best. Coming up today on Astral Auto Repairs. This channel is a member of the Astral Stars, which means we have a zero-tolerance policy against the harassment of others. Anybody who violates that policy will be banned. For further information, please visit www.theastralstars.com. Alright guys, as you can see, we took all the fittings off. The 4 right here going to the brake line, and we got 2 right here going to from the master. And I went to, like I said, I went to AutoZone, got me a new one. It's OEM. This thing, you figure, Sylvia counted it. It took me 3 minutes to do the one. With this one, it took me like 2.5. So it wasn't much of a difference. Also, what I did, I took the ABS pump and module out of the bracket that was up here, because I'm going to reuse it. I want this thing to look professional. I don't want the things hanging around and looking funky. So I took, we're going to reuse that. And you notice I drilled a hole right there in this bracket. What I did was cut the bottom of the bracket off right here, this. This is going to mount up to the body like it's usually. And this, if you watch right here, this bolt is going to stick into there. It's going to hook right down onto there. And it's going to mount up just like that. That looks professional. Look at that, man. I know you guys like, Timmy is the man. Alright, also, I took off the fittings of the other lines and I stuck them in here just, I don't know, just to do it. So now we get to the good part, guys. Now we start flaring the lines. I'm not going to sit here and show you every single line. We're going to do one. That's it. Alright, the first thing you want to do is grab your line. Now we know these 2 right here are going to the front. So what we want to do, we want to take, and then we noticed the other one, it was the small lines. So what we're going to do is take a small fitting off, put it on to the line, and notice how it wobbles a little bit, just like the other one did. That's because the other line on the other car, and I guess because, I don't know, I think I like the other one better, and it looks like it took them a year to think this out. But these lines are not coated with anything. The one from the 2006 originally, they came coated, and that protects it against rust, especially if you're in a rust infested area. But back to what we're doing. We're going to put this fitting up to here, and then, you know what I might get, okay? And then we're going to get our flaring tool, and I'm going to show you one and how to do this. Very important, how to do this. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm going to give you just a quick demonstration of what we're doing and why it's so important as a double flare. Now, you got 2 lines here, 1 and 2. Now on this line, we're going to do a single flare, and on this one, we're going to do a double flare, and then you're going to see what I mean by it. Now a single flare, if you see the line, I would put the tool in there, let's say this tool right here, and as this tool squeezes down, you see how it's made like that? It's going to open that line up to do that. That's what you call a single flare, and the fitting comes on it. The problem with the single flare is once you do this, you squeeze that metal thinner, and there's a good chance of it cracking and leaking. What does a double flare do? A double flare, you have these little inserts. Grab one right here. The first step is to take this insert, stick it into the line, and what it's going to do is fold both of these ends like this. Just like that. Then you take the other tool and put it in, and it's going to make this kind of concave right here. But actually what it's going to do is bend this part down like this, and it's going to be flat like that. And that's ugly, I know. It's going to be a double flare. So that means double the metal right there, so it's a double chance if it's not leaking. and they never leak. All right, so that's what we're going to be doing. And if you're doing a brake line, that's what you got to do. Don't even think about doing a single flare. You can go to AutoZone and you can see a kit that says single flare. Don't touch it. Leave it alone. Get you a double flare. All right? All right, be right back. All right, guys, we're going to start from the end line over here. Now, remember, the two center ones are your front lines, and here are the rear lines. So on the rear lines, it's a bigger one, bigger fitting. So let's grab one of the big ones. This is very important because I have done this. I have flared the line and forgot to put the fitting up there. That sucks. All right, put that on the line. Then what you want to do is grab your tool. And you're gonna put it on there. Now you might be wondering right now, well, how far do you know to push that, keep that line coming out of there? And I'm gonna show you. Let's get it a little snug. Now, the first step is very important. Grab the little insert that you need. Where the heck? Oh, here it is. This is the one we're going to be using. Now what you want to do is put it up on the tool and put the line up against it, and that line should protrude out of the tool exactly the width of that fitting right there. So let me loosen this up a little bit. Alright, and once you get it that way, use your hands to tighten it up so it can stay. Dang it! Son, dang it! This got to suck. I need that piece. But anyway, let me get that. I'll get that in a minute. And this tool, guys, a lot of your flaring tools are going to have a wing nut here. And you got to use your hands to tighten it. I don't like that because they really don't tighten it up as much. I like this one. It's got the 1/2-inch nuts on it. So what I'm going to do here is now take my 1/2-inch socket, 3/8 drive, and I'm going to go ahead and tighten down on that line. It's very important that, because when you're pushing that line, when you're flaring it, if this is not tight enough, it will push that line right into the tool and will mess up your flare. So you want to make sure that thing is tight. All right, the first part and the most important part is done. Now let me go get a light and a magnet and find that tool. All right, I'll be right back. All right, guys, I found it. Well, actually, Sylvia found it.
Yeah.
Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to put this into here, into the line. And then we're going to use our flaring tool. I should have something down there right now in case it falls again. But you want to put this into the tool all the way. Bring your flaring tool over, and you're going to see a center little point on that little adapter. Put that into there, just like that. Bring it down. And now, this is a 1/2 inch also. You're going to tighten this up until you bring that adapter down to meet the tool. And something you're going to have to really hold on to this thing. And it's not a lot of pressure. I mean, you gotta go crazy. Bring it down till it's flush with the tool. Make sure it is. Okay, loosen it up. Okay, keep your hand on this, make sure it don't drop out. Okay, move this back. Take the tool out, and you notice, see how tight it is? Because what it did, dang it. Man, let me get a little flat screwdriver. I'm trying to take this out without pulling it out and popping everywhere. Let me get a small little screwdriver and I'll be right back. Alright, got me a little small screwdriver. And just wanna get that tool out of there. Usually it comes out with no problem, but it's no problem. It'd be nice to have this thing, you know, nice or something. Usually, guys, it's not this hard to come out, but ow, stuck myself with the screwdriver, and dang it. Why not get a bigger screwdriver? Why? Get out of my way. You know what, guys, let me go get me a bigger screwdriver. Wait a minute. There we go. All right, now take a look at how that thing flared. Okay, see that? All right, guys, now that's one part. Just like I told you, it brings the fitting, the line in, the metal in. Now we're gonna take our flaring tool now, put it on there, and you're gonna line it up right in the center of that, just like that. All right, now watch what happens as I'm tightening it up. And you want to go down till you really can't go no more. Loosen it up. And there you have it. A perfect double flare. Get a little of that paint off of there right there. And that thing's gonna, you know what I might do here? That hole looks a little small, but I'm pretty sure that's it because I can't go no more. But you want to make sure you bring that thing tight, because if it's too small, it's not gonna seal. It's not gonna seat right. So let me just go in there and just make sure that yeah, good. I'm good. Okay. Take that off. Okay, now loosen up our tool. Take it out of there, and there we have it. Bring the fitting up, and it's a perfect thing. Now we can get a little Brillo, just clean that little shavings off right there. Huh? The scouring pad.
Scour.
Alright, so now what we're gonna do, we got more to do, guys. We got 5 more lines to do. So I'm not gonna sit here and bore you with the others. So let's get those done, and I'll be right back. Alright, guys, girls, check this out. Everything is coming out A-OK. Alright, also, I got me some sandpaper here. This is a P2000 2000 grit. Very fine stuff here. And of course, what I did, what you want to do is when you do them, you want to clean up a little bit. Let's get them all 4 up here. And there we go right there. Look at that, man. That looks professional. Look at all of them. That's going to seal with no problem whatsoever. And just like before, here we go. The 2 center ones, are going to my front lines, and those are the small ones, and then the 2 out ones are the big lines going to each back wheel. Now what I'm going to have to do here is I'm going to see like for instance this one right here is going to the driver's side front. I'm going to see if this one, I'm going to trace this line back, and I'm hoping this one goes to the passenger side rear. If not, I'm going to have to switch those 2, or probably easier just to switch these 2.
Wait.
Because I don't want it to be on the same side. They got to be cross.
Oh, I understand.
You got it, Civvy?
Got it.
Civvy got it. All right, we got that. Now, what we got to do is, we got up here. Now we got to put the lines onto these and flare these. The problem with up here, this one is not going to be a problem. But this one, look at this bend right here, man. Can my tool get in there with the fitting? That might be a little issue. I might have to try to bend this line out a little bit just to get that fitting back enough.
You can do it.
Because my tool will get in there, but man, that's very close for that fitting.
You can do it.
So, matter of fact, I didn't even check the sizes of these because these lines look really thick. Yeah, so does these. And we got a problem. We're going to have to get new fittings because the fittings do not go up here, which sucks. Or, you know what I can do? I can actually, because this is very close, I can actually drill that out. Because see, I got a lot of meat there. You can see on the inside how it's going in. I would rather do that because then I think that's more safer than trying to get a fitting to go in there. And if you can look in there real close, you can see there's an added metal in there. You see a little lip on the inside? Very small lip. So what we're going to do, that's what we're going to do. We're going to get us a drill bit. We're going to hold these and drill these out. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, check it out. I got my vice grip holding my fitting in here. And I got here a 7/32 drill bit. And I got me a little lithium grease here.
What's the lithium grease for?
To help it cut better. You know, that's what I don't like about this thing, man. This thing don't tighten up, tighten off. Almost. Okay, let's run it through one more time. Okay, I'm gonna get all these, make sure all these shavings are out of the way. I'm gonna spray this with some carburetor cleaner or something, and then we're gonna go check this line together. Be right back. All right, guys, we got our fitting here. Let's try it. Dang it. Ah! Back to the drawing board. Be right back. Alright guys, back to the drawing board again. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to go up in steps. I got a 15/16 and then, I'm sorry, 15/64. And then I have a 1/4 inch. Definitely don't want to just go all crazy with it. So let's try this and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got these bits. The first bit I was using, I forgot where I got it from, but this one I love these bits, guys, and you got to get you a set of these drill bits. This is the DeWalt bits, and what I like about them is that you notice the shank is flattened on 3 sides. So when it goes into the chuck of the drill bit, it holds it and it won't spin like I was having a problem with this one right here. I don't know where I got this drill bit from. But, alright, there's 15/64. Let's spray this up and we'll go try this one out. Be right back. Alright guys, let's try this out. Dang it. Alright, let's go to the 1/4 inch. Be right back. Alright guys, also what I wanted to let you know is, let me wipe this bit off. These things have automatic self punching ability. You see the tip of a bit? Let me see, wipe this one off. Normal standard drill bits, I got that tip, kind of tip on it, but that one got a little point to it, so it helps. It's like a center punch. It keeps you guided right on the spot. All right, so we got this part right here. Got a 1/4 inch. And see how, this is why I love these bits. You saw I was having the other one, but look how this one come out. You can actually see the whole line of the shavings. Okay, look at that guy. That came out perfect. I love these bits. I gotta get replenished my set. All right, let's clean this off and try this one out. Be right back. All right, guys, let's try this one out. Oh, look at that guy. Yeah, buddy. All right, I'm gonna make sure we didn't mess up no threading here while doing all that. Make sure it still goes in there. Perfect. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna drill the other one out, get that one prepared, and then we're gonna go ahead and flare this one. And if I have a problem with this one, I'm gonna record a little bit and show you guys what did I do to get that done. But that would suck if I do. Dang it. All right, let's get that done and we'll be right back. All right, guys. Yeah, boy, look at those. Oh, man. Astro is just bad. All right, guys, this is the important part. Right now, I got my hand an air chuck. I'm gonna leave that right there, and I got a 3/8 drive ratchet with a 10mm socket hooked onto it. Why? Because as I said, in order for this brake system to work, we can't have both front wheels locking up at the same time, or the car's gonna dip down. So we know these are the front, so we know these ain't gonna go together on the manifold, and they making sure the manifold is one front and one rear. But now we got to make sure that when we step on the brakes,
I didn't know where you were going.
we got to make sure we step on the brakes that this whole side don't activate at one time. Then the car be like this, and it's kind of messed up. You need to have the brakes equalized. You need to step on the brakes. These two activate and these two activate. Why? I don't know why. No, let me stop playing. The reason why is because if there's ice anywhere, you're gonna have
Ice,
one
baby.
I was about to do the dead ice. You gotta have one of the wheels on the opposite side being able to grab solid ground. Check that out. You got to be able to do that. So how you gonna figure that? I was like, man, I gotta get up under here and follow that line. I'm not gonna do that. So check this out. What I'm gonna do is back here, we got our bleeder. So we got a 10mm bleeder screw right there. I'm gonna open that up, and while you're back here, I'm gonna go up in the front, and the two lines that's going to the back, I'm gonna hit them with a little air until I notice one that shoots out of there. All right. Ready, Sibby?
Yep.
Ready, Sibby?
Yeah.
Sibby. All right.
That one.
Huh?
That one.
Okay, good. I know which one it is. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, up here. When I pushed the air through this one, it came out. So this one is going right to the driver's side rear. This one is going to the passenger side front. So it is set up exactly the way we want it. Not quite, because our manifold fittings are set up like this, instead of not set, they could have, I mean, like this could have, but we don't. With it, it's reversed. So what we got to do is cut the tie strap here. We gotta cut that tie strap. And we gotta like pop this one out, and it's gotta go on this side like that, and put that one into that clip. Okay, so now that one's set up, and the other one is already set up for us. Great, so it goes just like that. Perfect. We are in, guys. This is looking really good. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, now we're ready to install our manifold and our bracket. Remember, I drilled a hole out right there. So we're gonna hook this up. Get us a 10mm nut that I had got. Wherever I put it, there it is, right there. Okay, let's tighten this up. Look at that, guys. All right, let's go over there and start hooking this in. We'll be right back. All right, guys, here we go. Let's bring our manifold in here. And we're going to start off over here on this line. Where is it? Right there. I'm going to get this line started in. Notice I'm not bolting this up yet, because I want to make sure everything does line up. If I can get this thing to go in. Man, this sucks, man. Yeah, this is bothering me. Get that started by at least about 5 or 6 threads before I let it go. Man, it's done. Lined up. There we go. All right, we got one of them in. Make sure I'm going to be lined up here. Yeah, it will be. I'll be right on that bracket right there, and the other one is right there. Good. All right, and what I'm going to do, get these out of the way. I'm going to tighten this one up, and then I'm going to install this one and tighten that one up. Be right back. All right, guys, we got 2 of our lines in, going to the master. Everything is looking good. So make sure, I know I bent some of these lines, so just make sure they are out of the way. And now what I'm gonna do, I put one bolt in right here to hold this into place so I can really put some pressure on that. And now what I'm gonna do is get my two 10mm nuts and our little thing over here. And we're gonna finish bolting this bracket in. Wait a minute, was there something else there?
Where?
Onto this.
No.
Don't tell me it wasn't. What the heck, tell me. Gave her the authority to tell me.
You asked, I answered.
Alright guys, we're gonna get those in, tighten them up, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got them bolted up. Look at that, that's solid in there. Now, you know what we're gonna do, guys? I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Because now we're just gonna put these in here. But what we're gonna do is, as we're doing this, we're gonna gravity bleed a little bit the master. And what that means is we're gonna put fluid into the master, and it's gonna slowly start coming out by itself out of here. Just from gravity alone, it's gonna start bleeding out. As long as my level of here stays higher than right here. And we got a little problem right here because there's bend coming in here. So the fluid's got to come up into that. Well, we'll see. Let's get some fluid and I'll be right back. All right, guys, we got our brake fluid here. You want to make sure you're putting the right fluid in there. This one takes .3. If it's not on the cap, it's going to be on the reservoir. And actually, this one says use only .3 or .4. So we're using .3 from a sealed container. And what we're going to do...
Why is that important?
From a sealed container?
Yeah.
Moisture. If you got an old brake fluid, moisture gets in it and it would not, your brakes will not be as effective. So I got to try to pour this in here because I ain't got time to use no funnel. Alright, so we're going to pour this in here and fill this up. And then we're going to let it set for a few minutes. It might not even be a few minutes. It might start coming out as soon as I'm putting this up here. Alright, fill it all the way up. And then we just don't put the cap on it. And actually, if you can look in there, very slowly you can actually see the fluid going down. Caught that, didn't you?
I don't see nothing.
You don't see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Alright, and what sucks about this is coming out already, so where's my cap at? I gotta put my cap on it, and that kind of sucks because I wanted to do these lines first, but that's okay. So we're going on this side. So we're gonna have this one right here. And always, I gotta say, make sure you go in by a couple threads first. That way, you know it's not being cross-threaded. And then let's go do this one. Okay. And actually, guys, if you look over here, this one's starting to come up. And what I mean when I said gravity bleed, that means all the air was pushed out of the system, or out from here to here. So I know there is no air from here to there. So now from the master to the manifold.
Okay.
So now I can go ahead and bring this one into place and get this one started. This one gonna have to bend out a little bit. Dang it, bend out a little bit more. Sometimes you gotta bend these lines and make sure, because you don't want these things too much a bend in them, or you're gonna be in trouble. Gotta make sure you go in by a couple threads. Put that in there. And as you can see, that one's starting to come up now. So what we're gonna do is go ahead. I guess I gotta bend this one out a little bit too. Okay, there we go. And you can tell these two are still coming out. So actually what I could do now is start tightening up those 13mm wire wrench and tighten both of those up. Alright, let's get those tightened up and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got all 4 lines in and tightened up, and you want to make sure these things are tight. I want to make sure they do not leak anywhere. Perfect. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is put our cap on it so no moisture or dirt get down into here. Next we're gonna do is get some, clean up all our tools around here, get some carburetor cleaner or brake clean, and we're gonna clean all up here, because what we gotta do is bleed all the brakes, and then when we bleed the brakes, we're gonna hold down on the brakes to make sure it's not leaking anywhere around here. All right, so let's get that done and we'll be right back.
All right, so this is the end of part 3 on this 2005 Chevy Impala. I don't know why, but I was about to say Nissan Impala. I don't know what the heck is wrong with me.
We always working on Nissans.
Yeah, might be. 2005 Chevy Impala, and this is it was an ABS to non-ABS conversion. So you saw us put the manifold and all the brake lines and everything else. So make sure you stay tuned for part 4, where we bleed the brakes and finish the job. So in the meantime, if you guys have any comments or questions, you can post it below in the comment section, or you can email Timmy at tim@astralautorepairs.com. Hope you paid attention. If not, watch it again. This is Sylvia from Astral Auto Repairs. If we can't repair it, nobody can. See you next time.